Hey, it's Nate from Mindware. What's all the buzz about? Queen Swarm. Queen Swarm is a two-player area control game where you're trying to dominate the hive by rolling a die to place either your pollen or your worker bees in the honeycomb. Choose your color and take all pollen and bees of that color. Today, I'll be playing as purple. Place one queen bee, no stripes, in each corner of the honeycomb to establish your starting territory. The queens cannot be removed during gameplay. The youngest player starts. On your turn, roll the 12-sided die. I rolled a 1, so I'll be placing one purple pollen piece next to my queen. If you roll a number like I did, 1, 2, or 3, place that number of pollen pieces in the hive. Alright, now it's my turn, so I'm rolling the die. I rolled a 3, so I get to place 3 pieces of pollen, which is great. It's the highest side on the die. Player 2 rolled a 1, so they'll be placing their pollen here. On your turn, you can place your pollen next to your queen bee, an existing pollen piece, or a worker bee. I'm gonna roll again, and I rolled a 2. So I'm going to place my pollen pieces down here to try to block teal from getting into this section. Player 2 rolled a 2, so they're not gonna allow the block and get down here. I rolled a 2, so I'm gonna start making my way this way. Player 2 rolled a 2, so they're gonna split up their pollen, place one up here to try to move into this section, and one down here to prevent the block and try to move into this section. Roll the die on my turn, and I rolled a 2. So I am going to, I have a decision to make. I can either go up here and try to cut teal off there, or I can place the 2 down here and try to cut off teal there. I do have my queen bee here, so I can still move here. So I'm gonna cut them off up here to establish this is mine for now, and down here as well. Player 2 rolled a 2. So since they're cut off up here, they can make their way this way. Oh, a worker bee. All right, so with worker bees, you can place them anywhere on the board except for your opponent's queen. Looks like I'm cut off from this section down here. So with the worker bee, I can place and steal this spot here. And now this section is open for me to place again. Player 2 also rolled a worker bee. You cannot remove a worker bee with a bee. So player 2 is going to play up here, so now they have access to all of the hive up here. Roll again. Oh, I rolled another bee. I'm gonna place this bee here so I have more access to this area down here. Player 2 rolled a 2, so they're gonna make their way up here. I rolled a 3. So with these 3 pieces of pollen, I'm gonna play these 2 down here, so I establish this part as all mine, and then with this 3rd piece, I think I'm gonna go by the queen to cut them off there. Player 2 rolled a 1. Player 2 is gonna split these bees and play right there. Roll the die. I got a 2. So I'm gonna place these 2 in these last 2 spots down here. Player 2 rolled a 3. So player 2 is able to cut purple off by placing these 2 here. There's no access up here. And if I place this one here, there's only one spot left purple can play without rolling a worker bee. I rolled a 2, but I only have 1 cell available to me. I better hope for a bee on my next turn. Player 2 rolled another worker bee, and since purple doesn't have access to anything right now, might as well take out one of these higher pieces of pollen. I really need to roll a B, otherwise my turn is over, because I don't have any spots available to me. I rolled a 1, so my turn is over. Player 2 rolled a 3, so this game is almost over. Place these 3 here. Again, I'm really hoping for a B. And it is! So, there's just 1 spot left, so I'm gonna place this here, knock that out. This is it. Player 2 rolls a 3, and there's only 1 spot left. So they place their pollen. Once every space is filled on the honeycomb, the game is over. Pollen is worth 1 point, bees are worth 0 points. So in this case, teal has 16 points, purple has 14 points, player 2 has won the game.